"Is this what Harry and Meghan would really like you to read?" said Paul Baldwin. He continuing, "Harry and Meghan really don't like us mean journalists making critical observations about how they conduct their deliberately public life. Indeed, they have taken certain steps which seem aimed at putting us very much in our place in that regard. One such step seems to preclude me from explaining this any further. Whatever. This is Harry and Meg's all over, expecting 1950s-style royal deference but really doing nothing to much deserve it, you know, like maybe being royal or carrying out royal duties. Anyway, with that in mind, I thought I'd better report on the pair's recent comings and goings in the spirit of the non-royals' dreams of a better world where their every move is welcomed by a grateful press on behalf of the grateful public they are simply trying to make into better human beings. Hats off to Harry and Meg's. Is there nothing this selfless couple won't do to give Her Majesty a well-earned break? And teach the rest of us some long-overdue lessons in the process. Put your feet up, Your Majesty, and leave the hard work to H&M. Don't worry. These two will never miss an opportunity to make other people better by simply pointing out their failings. This week it was New York City which got the royal treatment from our favorite non-royals. And gosh, what treatment! From tear-jerking moments at the 9/11 memorial, to selflessly giving United Nations and WHO experts the benefit of their experience, to patting desperately poor, but very cute, school kids on the head, this trip had it all. Honestly, it was all so perfect and slick. If you didn't know better, you'd swear it was being choreographed for a Netflix miniseries. The whirlwind kicked off with a visit to the One World Trade Center, built after the attack on the Twin Towers, with New York Governor Kathy Hochul and New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio. It's not known if Mayor Bill gives personal tours to every NYC visitor, but he is known for his campaigning on inequality and poverty, so maybe he wanted to show how a couple who used to rely on state handouts could pull themselves up by their bootstraps with just a little good old American elbow grease. Well done, Harry and Meg's. Then it was a powwow with the bosses of the World Health Organization. In this room we had a number of the foremost leaders on public health, pandemic preparedness, scientific progress, and community building. Meghan and Harry said in a joint statement on their non-profit organization Archul's Instagram account. Phew. What could make a world sleep sounder than knowing the future of COVID was in the hands of an actress, a retired soldier and a Chinese-backed watchdog which claimed the Wuhan coronavirus outbreak would never become a pandemic. Good work, you two. Next up, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex hit a primary school, PS 123 Mahalia Jackson School in Harlem to be exact. About 95% of the kids are officially in poverty, but did that put the non-royal couple off? Not a bit of it. Meghan showed race is no bar to success as she rocked up in a 10 grand's worth of designer gear, her $8,041 Loro Piana cashmere coat and matching $2,313 pants tag hags, and almost $400,000 worth of jewelry. Always looking for the chance to improve other people, she then read from her fabulous, almost best-selling book The Bench to the kids and the world's media. The Bench, as we all know, teaches a hugely valuable life lesson, that you absolutely don't need talent or natural ability to succeed. You go, girl. But the high point of the non-royal visit was undoubtedly H&M's appearance at the Global Citizen live rock concert. Think 100,000 fans had turned up to get drunk and watch Billie Eilish and Coldplay. Not on your life. What they'd really come to see was Harry and Meghan up on stage preaching about COVID vaccines. A rock and roll out. Then it was home to California. And as if to say, France, we love you and never mind those submarines, H&M breezed out of the Big Apple on a Dassault Falcon private jet manufactured, as Mr. Macron will be delighted to hear, in Merignac. Now that's what we call diplomacy, Boris. Because Harry and Meg's know Britain is currently facing a massive carbon dioxide shortage, they are doing their level best to produce as much as they possibly can to plug that gap. A massive 17 tons of the stuff in just 2 hours. That's more than most of produce in a year. But that's Harry and Meg's for you, always trying to help. And talking of trying to help, Harry and Meghan are now really keen on limiting our screen time to 20 minutes or less. And because they are so thoughtful, they have even made a TV show that is physically impossible to watch for anywhere near 20 minutes. What a thoughtful couple. Wherever Harry and Meghan go, a life lesson is sure to follow. As H&M's favorite royal reporter Ahmed Scobie said, they seem to be existing in a different place. You can say that again, Ahmed. In Maplehead also strikes the Sussexes once as he said, "For the love of God, will someone please shut Harry up? Let me share my truth, I just wanted it to end." And reader, To my professional shame, after episode 3 I could suffer no more and reached for the off switch. The thing is, you see, the really big and stark staringly obvious thing, bigger than the royal bombshells from Harry, bigger even than Oprah's bank balance, is that Harry can end it all. If he really wants to. Only seconds into episode 1 Harry tells us all he has ever wanted is a normal life. Well, get off the telly then, you idiot. I found myself screaming. Because there is nothing even faintly normal about sitting down with arguably the world's most famous woman to talk about your darkest moments and inviting a camera crew to film the lot. For money,